especially considering that it's happened halfway around the circuit as well, because not only have you got to nurse the car home without making sure you don't damage the car any further, as a big chunk of rubber just departs at the wrong moment there. It shreds its carcass and lands in the gravel trap. But that's what they're hoping. They're hoping that there's more damage to the rear than they were hoping.
They can get maybe a lap back, but it's a big ask because they're almost into the back of the Mercedes. Heads Felipe Fraga. A little bit of zealotry there creeping in as he breaks a little bit too. Well, let's have another look, because he came from a long way back down towards the chicane, and it was traffic that went against Estre. Made a mistake. Estre made a mistake.
He did, and he also cut
Jonathan Hui, the Hong Kong-based driver behind the wheel, as there, side by side for third, down to Lassour's Porsche on Porsche. 92 is Estre. Heinrich is in 96. They're going to go toe-to-toe down the hill. There are back markers ahead. Kevin Estre's car needs to grow in width, but Laurin Heinrich gets up alongside him as they dive down the hill, and through he goes. Laurin Heinrich gets one over on Kevin Estre. You don't say that very often.
And I'll say it again. You don't say that very often. Oh, it is the Mercedes, and it's pulled off just on the entry into Eau Rouge, so it's not on the racetrack, first of all, but it's in an area which is difficult to get.
Heinrich is quicker. Now here, bit of smoke out of the back of that Mercedes.
Yeah, there's smoke coming from the back of the car, so
he parks it.
Yeah, but why did he not park it up against the barrier? Why did he?
Heading into the pit lane, and here comes Eng up the inside, but Ayn Shinguven is a very, very accomplished Porsche racer. Absolutely excellent he was in Super Cup, but now to the inside goes Eng, another former Porsche champion. Toe-to-toe they go, BMW booms past.
Yeah, and that's all down to the fresh set of tyres on the BMW. Much, much more grip as he turned into.
The Porsches having their fight look. Pryning on his way to pit out, and they're coming out of Eau Rouge in the green Porsche in the background. Julian Andlauer, it's going to be close here, but Pryning stays ahead. Andlauer's got to take the fight to him as the leader is in the pits.
The gap, in fact, look at the 92, has actually got all the momentum coming up, so that's going to be a pass, simply just because the 92 had made that stop one lap earlier and cleared the Ferrari that he was running behind. So wait and see when they come across top finish line as we look at the battle of the Porsche. And Thomas Pryning again looking all over, coming up side by side, coming up into the chicane. And the 92 just managed to keep the 96 at.
Down into La Source at the end of the lap. They'd only got half a second within.
And they've probably outbraked himself, that's all I can think. Yes, opened the door, just outbraked himself. Enslinger just too late in the brakes, couldn't slow down. But look, he comes back. Although it looked like the BMW had taken the lead, but in fact going down the hill into Eau Rouge, the Audi is to the left, and well, wow, that means, look, here we go. Here's the head-on view coming up into La Source. Watch the braking of the Audi, just doesn't really slow down sufficiently, runs too wide. BMW up the inside, but actually on the exit the Audi's got good drive off, so they're running
endurance pit lane. Let's have a replay. This is the 44 Porsche.
I think that was Fred McAvicky. I don't know if they made a change since the last time we saw it.
Yeah,
and so it is McAvicky. Yes, Freddie, good old Freddie.
Was there a gap there, or did he just create one?
Well, no, but every time Freddie smiles there's a gap. And he is more speed than the car that's leading the race, but they're so evenly matched coming up the hill into Blanchimont. Forget about trying to make a move up the outside or the inside, and his best chance will come when they come up to the braking zone. But it's easy. Oh, and again runs wide. Well, that'll be noted. But there he is, side by side. He's taken the lead. Whether that, oh no, he hasn't taken the lead.
Not yet.
Yes,
he hasn't.
has.
No, not yet.
No,
he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
Oh, he got there in the end.
He ran very wide. And that'll go down as a track limit abuse.
It certainly will. I mean, that is advantage by track limits, isn't it? There's no question about it, because he'll be able to get through on Exler. But Ricardo Feller absolutely determined to get into the lead before he made his pit stop. Let's run at the Rove BMW in behind the Ferrari. Trying to make the bid there up towards Blanchimont. Plenty of speed and pace for the Rove.
Again, fresh rubber coming out of Paul Francoeur.
Yep, Mukavos, Gabietti, Hudspeth and Pereira. So unfortunately they're going to have a penalty. Here comes the Rove BMW in the slipstream. This is where you can really gain the time. Up to the inside line, no problems at all to have a look. But are you going to be brave enough to dive on the inside? Of course you are. It's Nick Yellerly.
Well, not only that, he'd gotten himself into the position where the Audi was not going to be able to come across, and again, that's just using your, I think, well, again, another discovery.
I'd go along with that completely. So, our 8th, and through the traffic swoops the Mercedes AMG there. Look to the outside line. Gilles Magnus has brought 11 back into the mix. Augusto Farfus hovering, if you like, on the fringes of the top 10, and Dean McDonald is next in the queue as now to the inside line. Gilles Magnus lines up to have a go, and he's done it. Past Lucas Auer on the inside. That gives him 8th, and Farfus is right there as well. The McLaren got the wall for 2nd in silver, and Hezemans has now spent at least one full lap staring at the back of the Mercedes. Now he gets a tow. Now he gets the run on the inside, and he's going to get the job done. He wants that back marker, though, to stay between him and the Lamborghini as a buffer, and it does happen. Going into Les Combes, that buys Hezemans a little bit of breathing space.
Yeah, so it took him a few laps to work it out. Mercedes up the inside, contact, and, well, no damage done, but that was opportunistic to stick your car up the inside when there was a closing gap, and again the Audi following